I have been eliminated for the third time in this game, and I am super bummed about it. But Anthony tells us that we might have an opportunity to come back into the game and that there is one slot available.
I'm like, this is great. This is awesome. What do I have to do? It's a game. Okay, I won the cup stacking thing. Like, let's go. I'm ready.
Tonight, you will be competing in a puzzle competition in which the person with the fastest score will be returning to the competition.
I am not ready to give up on this game yet. I am so excited for another chance to be able to come back, gag everybody, and show them that, listen, you can think you're going to get me out. You can think you're going to play against me, but I'm a force to be reckoned with.
Tonight's challenge is a memory wall puzzle. On your turn, you must put together the 90-piece puzzle as fast as you can. The person with the fastest time wins, which makes your options clear. Fight to rejoin the competition, or you'll fight for good.
I see this scattered mess on the board. I'm looking for faces, I'm looking for backgrounds, which match, who's next to who. I'm trying to go off memory. I see my wonderful face, and I obviously drag that to the top because I saved that for last, best for last. And I'm just hoping that little good luck charm of me sitting above the puzzle is going to get me through before CJ.
Gotta be there. Okay, get the fuck out of here. Yes.
I'm feeling pretty good, but cautiously optimistic.
Erica, thanks for trying.
It's all coming together. I got big chunks here and there.
We're getting there.
I'm racing to the finish. I'm waiting to get that last puzzle piece, my beautiful face back where it belongs, and hopefully myself back into the game. I get that last beautiful, beautiful puzzle piece in, and I'm feeling pretty good, so I'm hoping I was quick enough.
I am at first really nervous because there's a lot of black in the puzzles, a lot of similar looking pieces because, all our names are in the same font and, there are a lot of overlapping colors. So at first I'm really nervous. As I start to make my way across the top of the puzzle, it starts to fill in the title. So it's easy for me to go in and add those letters in and kind of flesh out where the title is. And I will put me together first. Because that's what a baddie deserves. Putting together the faces and names are really where I start to struggle. A lot of our cast have glasses and brown hair and middle parts and things that can easily, in my opinion, be swapped from one person to another. Trying to put faces and names together, hoping that if I can build those kind of larger chunks, I can just slot them together towards the end. Ethan, boom. Okay, we are making movement. We are building people. Some folks, it's really easy to guess, okay, their picture has this kind of lighting on it, or, they're wearing something, or, Zach's picture is with his dog. So when one half is a person and one half is a dog, it's easy to put that together. I make it through, I finish the puzzle, put it together. Jesus Christ. Hands up, time's up, I'm done. And I'm just hoping that Angelo doesn't have the same time as me.
Fight!
Instantly, my heart and face drop. What the fuck happened?
I was really, really surprised because I know CJ and Gabby have that red team alliance.
I feel like there was a lot of drama that happened there, so I'm kind of curious as to what happened and to why she got voted out.
Nothing against Jesse, but I figured there was no way he was going to come out of that alive.
It's like seeing a ghost.
Congratulations on making it to day 8 of the competition and surviving the double elimination round. As you can all see, last night, Angelo and CJ were both eliminated from the competition. Did these results come as a shock to anybody? I see some surprised faces. Does anyone want to speak on that?
I'm just here to say that I look pretty good for a dead bitch.
The odds were not in my favor last round, but I fought my way back. So it feels like a victory lap.
My ally is safe. My biggest threat is gone. Hell yeah. Okay, I think we're gonna feel good moving forward.
I think because there were 3 going into the later round, and I think there were 3 strong players going in, it would have been a surprise whoever did not come out alive, to be honest. But definitely sad to see CJ go.
I definitely knew coming to the round that there was a pretty distinct possibility that CJ did not make it, but not seeing CJ immediately hit me like a truck that CJ was out. All of a sudden, I'm wondering, okay, how do I have to change my strategy? Who is my next person to rely on? Like, what am I going to do to make sure that this is worth it?
I could only imagine that it was a complete bloodbath in there, and I can't wait to hear about it.
Since Gabby and I are only allowed to speak to each other before the round starts, we hop on a call and do a little bit of scheming.
I don't know, especially like if people will see us as like 2 big competitors who might obviously be working together after this.
I think we can control that narrative.
That's what I propose. I don't want it to seem so overt that Jeffy and I might be working together right now. Maybe you should make it seem like you're still not happy with me, that you got put into this situation anyway.
Oh, yeah. We can say that it was drama, there was beef, things are tense between us, and no one will suspect that we're working together. And honestly, I think that's a good strategy for keeping this relationship on the DL.
There seems to be a lot of surprise on what happened in the later group. Gabby and Jesse, any surprise about the now group?
I'm a little surprised that Angelo has been eliminated, but then again, he did win the last competition, and I'm sure that that also made him a big target in people's minds.
I'll say I gave up any hope of trying to guess what was going to happen in the now group, given that it was 10 people in a free-for-all. Any single person could have gone home, and I would have had the same amount of, confidence in my guess. It's chaos. Last night was chaos.
It still sucks to see him gone. He was someone I was working with, and I wish he were able to compete in the competition a little more.
It must have been a crazy 24 hours of not knowing who was still going to be left in the competition. But as you can see, we are down to final 11. As you know, the jury starts at final 11. So that being said, I would like to congratulate you all on making it 1 round closer, because you're not quite there yet.
Huh?
Please welcome back Angelo and CJ.
Are they both back? Was the whole thing a fake out? We've all made some enemies, I think.
I'm kind of confused. I thought that they were both going to be eliminated, so I really don't know what's going to happen now.
Last night's double elimination was a fake out elimination, meaning that these 2 players aren't out of the game. At least not yet. Last night, after the round was over, CJ and Angelo battled it out in a last chance competition. The winner will be re-entering the game tonight. In addition to rejoining the game, this player will be safe for the round and hold a major advantage that will alter the course of the round.
There's no chance in hell that Angelo could have won this. CJ needs to win this, had to win this.
I feel good about my relationship with Angelo. When he left me 2 of his boarding books, so clearly there was a mutual respect there. I feel like I fought really hard for him last round to stay. So very much I am hoping that Angelo is the person who returns.
Can everyone except for CJ and Angelo please turn off your cameras now?
The time has come for Anthony to say who is back. I'm so tense.
My pride is definitely on the line here. In season 1, when I won the competition to come back into the game, that was definitely more of a social game. With this opportunity, I actually have to fight it out against Angelo and prove that I deserve to be here and that I'm, a player to beat.
The results are in, and it was very close. In fact, your times are separated by only about 10 seconds, just a little over 10 seconds. That being said, the person returning to the competition is CJ. Congratulations, CJ, for the 2nd season in a row. You will be re-entering the game.
Yes! Yes!
out of fight or flight, all right? It's gonna take a fight, and it seems like I'm gonna win every single time. I'm so excited. I am the Rasputin of fight or flight, okay? I cannot be destroyed.
I am so excited that CJ is back in the game and that she pulled through like I believed in her that she would.
Team Red, I feel really strong connection to her, so I'm like super happy to see her back in.
This is gonna be interesting for Jessie and Gabby, though. What happened? What happened there? Ugh.
It is just impossible to get rid of this girl. I mean, I gotta give it up to her for her fight, but damn, I thought these flights were one way.
Hello, I'm sorry, but you will not be re-entering the game. But before you go, I will give you a chance to address the group one last time.
So this is it. Here we are again. You thought I was gone, and you were right. Wish I could have lasted longer. It was swell. It was swell while it lasted. Everyone, goodbye. Enjoy all of my money that I gave to a bunch of people. Maybe I spread it around. Maybe I gave it to one person. Maybe I gave it to Matt. Who knows? Maybe, I think I probably gave it to him. Thank you all for playing. It's been swell.
Thank you, Angelo. You put up a good fight, but it's time for you to flight for good this time.
Round 2. Later, guys. Well, fight or flight, my time here has ended. Went up and down and made some friends, made some foes, obviously, very early on. Maybe a few mistakes, but, it was a fun ride.
Congratulations again, CJ, for winning the competition and getting a second chance in the game. Although at this point, maybe it's more appropriate to say a fourth chance. As you know, you were forced to pass on your boarding bucks last night, meaning you will be starting back at 0. As I previously mentioned, as the winner of this challenge, you not only earned safety for the round, but will also hold a major advantage that will cause a chain reaction in this game.
Yesterday, just 24 hours prior, I was eliminated, and now I'm back in the game. I have the most power of anyone in this round, so it feels really amazing to be coming back so strong.
The theme of tonight's round is join or die, and here's how it'll work. Tonight, there will be no elimination vote. Instead, you will all be vying for spots on a safety chain. CJ, you will start the safety chain by choosing one other player to be safe. That player will then choose the next player to be safe, and so on, continuing until only one player has not joined the chain. That last player remaining, once the chain is complete, will be eliminated from the competition, which makes your fight or flight choice very simple. Fight to join the chain or flight from the competition.
This very much is about who you know, who you make good connections with, and how quickly you can convince somebody to be on your side. I'm not really sure what my strategy is, but I know I'm going to have to lean really heavily on the relationships I've already built.
I'm nervous. I know that I don't have the connections to the big players right now, at least not really strong ones. And I'm worried that there's going to be some big deliberations that I'm not a part of.
There is no fight or flight option. Either you fight or you're going to be the one who flights, the one who goes home. And I'm not going to go home. I'm going to fight.
Knowing that I have the power to start the safety chain is a little bit nerve-wracking. I'm not exactly sure how I want to play it. There's nobody that comes to mind instantly of, who I want to give safety to. So I'm just really thinking about talking to the rest of the group and seeing what they're thinking.
We got everyone together.
Thank
Oh
God
my
is what I
God.
said.
We need to get CJ up to speed about the story of what happened in the later group. Again, there's beef. CJ's got to know about it. Gabby and I were chatting, and we have beef, quote, 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 quote.
Nice.
No one knows what happened, but last night it was heated, and there was drama, and I'm a little pissy. So.
But we're all working
Super
together. But we're
respectful.
all working together. We're all informing each other.
I
Yes.
love this. I love a switcheroo. Amazing, gorgeous, stunning. Yes, I am definitely, open to alliances, especially with Jessie and Gabby, who I believe are strong players. But I also did just get eliminated by them the night before, so they're not at the top of my list for people to work with.
All that to say, y'all should both probably not add me to the chain. I'll get someone else to do that.
Okay, cool. I am definitely smiling in Jesse's face while plotting behind his back.
For me, I want to get out Jesse. Like, I wanted to get him out the last round when I just thought it was one elimination. And then after he eliminated fucking you, I'm done. It's done. I wrote the check.
Jesse has just saved me in this game in the last round, and I do feel like I owe him something. So while I don't love this plan, I am not revealing that so far.
I guess I would not be opposed to that, considering he was the tiebreaker vote that sent me home last night. I'm definitely got my eye out on Jesse as the next logical target for me.
Welcome back, everyone. CJ, it is now time for you to choose which player you will be saving and adding to the chain. Please unmute and give us your decision and reasoning now.
There's a lot of thoughts swimming in my head just based off the conversations I've had prior. Coming off of being eliminated, some of the reasoning given was that, perhaps I was old news or, first generation, whatever the phrasing was used. So right now I'm feeling a little bit of vengeance, and I'm really powered by that for my season 1 cutie. So I think I'm gonna also give safety to Matt as a fellow season 1 returner. I do kind of reference some possible tension between Jesse and I in the previous night and use that justification to give Matt safety as a fellow returner.
I think she's doing a great job of playing up that there's beef, and I don't think it'll really put a target on me.
Matt, you are safe. You are next on the safety chain.
It just feels so good, and I just feel so comfortable and content, and it's just going to be an easy breezy night.
You will have 5 minutes to name who you would like to save. Good luck.
I got all the power. So first of all, of course, I go right to Zach. Do I pick you because then it shows you're my number 1. It's nothing that I'm like trying to distance ourselves with. It's just like, I don't want our game to be blown up.
Yeah, I mean, you need to choose whoever you need to choose, but we just need to work on me after that. Matt needs to give it to somebody else who will, in return, hopefully give it to me.
I feel like other people are probably still, or like in other chats. So we go into deliberations, and I'm ready to start frantically messaging anybody that I've ever even looked at in this game. And then I see a chat pop up, join or die or whatever. And I'm looking at the participants, and it looks like this is a lot of people in the game. People start joining a call, and I'm realizing that I might be in the majority alliance for tonight.
How are we feeling? Also, can I see your full hoodie, Finley? Because I believe I own the same one. Target, correct?
Target!
Target, biggest fashionistas here. This is all.
Initially, I'm not getting any calls, but then this chat pops up called Join or Die or whatever.
Essentially, we have all the remaining members from Red Team and Green Team.
And I give out the plan that we need to keep this whole twist within ourselves. So I'm really thinking I'm going to try to stick with Red Team, Green Team through this until the Blue Team are the last people. Okay. And they can decide. But yeah, no blood on us.
We are going to keep Red and Green safe because we're the people with the most numbers and we're the people with the best relationships, and Blue is a target.
The Blue Team has been dropping like flies one by one, and what makes the most sense for Red Team and Green Team is for us to stick together.
Hello, everybody. Good evening. I will be giving safety to the person who I'm just very grateful for their kindness. So I'm giving safety to Sheridan. Sheridan's a great person because not only does nobody in this entire competition know about Sheridan and my past, she is a quiet enough player, but on the right side of things that no one will be angry. And it kind of shows like a bridge between the Green Team and a Red Team.
I'm pretty flattered because I know that we've been forming a closer relationship, but also like you never know what relationships people are forming elsewhere. So I'm really happy.
Sheridan, you are now safe. You are next up on the safety chain.
So Sheridan is safe. I'm kind of expecting that she keeps me safe, but I also don't want to be pushy. So I just message her saying you're safe, and she just responds with yeah. So
I think that the choice is pretty clear. I'm just going to stick with this group and keep it going. I already know that CJ wants to get Jessie out, and I feel pretty strongly that that's the right choice, but I also want to make sure that Laura stays in the game. I guess the only thing I'm thinking right now is knowing how it's going to end. I guess if I had to keep one person, I'd rather keep Laura than Jessie. I've been cultivating Laura as an ally, and I feel like I'm really the only person in the game that she's close to, and so I want to keep her in for me.
I would agree. I would want Laura to stay.
Personally, if it were me, I wouldn't be saving Laura, but I'm just happy to be a part of the group and that it's not me they're gunning for.
I think it might be too risky to keep Laura safe right now because I don't know what conversations she's having with other people. So I'm going to stick with this group, and as we get closer to the end, I think that we are going to have a better idea of where it'll go.
So the plan of this group is to just keep picking people that are in our group, so that's red and green team, until everybody in those two teams is safe, and then the last person is going to choose Laura. And we're going to leave it in Laura's hands to decide who she wants to save from the blue team.
I see your point, Sheridan, and that we don't want to save them right now because of the risk of them picking somebody who we don't want to keep.
Exactly. It's not worth the risk at this point.
This is the smartest way to guarantee all of us get a place in jury, all of us make it through the next few rounds. I mean, we have the numbers.
Okay.
Gotta figure out a speech for whoever you're keeping.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yeah. Ooh.
Figure out a speech.
I didn't realize that would be a component of this.
Let's see, Winston Churchill quotes. Maybe he's not the best, actually. I have a really hard time picking someone because I know I have to pick someone on the red team, and I don't know who would be the smartest to pick first. So I'm trying to decide between Emily, Shristi, and Zach. I think it could be a good opportunity to cultivate a stronger relationship with Emily because I didn't get the opportunity to talk to them until last round when we finally had a really good chat. So I think it could be a good opportunity to cultivate a relationship outside of the red group. I didn't have a lot of time to prepare a speech, but in the great words of singer-songwriter Fergie, big girls don't cry. And so I'm going to not cry when I say that the person who is safe will be Zach, because I feel like we've had some really good conversations and I want to keep him in this game. To be honest, I don't really trust Zach. He's very smart. He's writing notes down, and I just don't get the sense that he's going to be loyal to me if I need it. So as soon as I vote for Zach, I kind of immediately regret it.
I feel very betrayed at this point. I don't know who to trust. Sheridan was giving me so much reassurance that I was going to be safe, and I think that she should have just picked me this time.
Everything is going according to plan. My number one ally was now the fourth person safe tonight. And the first 4 people safe are literally my biggest allies in this entire game.
Where do we think Zach is gonna go? I'm pretty surprised that Sheridan picked Zach. I thought for sure that she would maybe pick me or Shristi, so I was a little surprised and a little suspicious of that.
So that's why I wanted to do this call. Oh, perfect.
Beautiful people.
Hello.
Oh, red team together once again, almost.
So it's pretty clear to everybody in this competition that red is working together to at least some degree. So it should really be no surprise that I would give it to somebody else in red.
Do we want to ensure red team safety first and then move on to green and, kind of almost move the chain that way?
I do feel like I'm on the outs of red, but if I could show red my allegiance to them by making sure that one of them gets it next, that would be great.
Just to eliminate any chances of there being gotcha, whoopsie, just kidding, I'm going to save Finn, who's going to save Emily, who's going to save Erica, who's going to save Laura, who's going to save Jessie, and now we're where we didn't want to be.
If someone gets crafty in the middle and makes a rogue decision, we don't want to be the brunt of that, and we don't want one of the red members going out.
Obviously, Zach, your decision, but
yeah,
that was just.
I mean, I'm all for red moving forward. That's great. That works out to my benefit. I'm holding on to red just that much longer because they are benefiting me with my game.
That leaves Shristi or Gabby.
Yep.
And then whoever is chosen, just choose that next person, and then.
Yeah. But now I need to go back to Jesse and Erica and explain why I can't give it to Erica. I don't want to directly pick you two.
This is a game of public declarations of working together, and while I have a lot of people I'm working with, it's all on the DL.
I think Gabby could say you and it wouldn't be a red flag, and we could work that as like Gabby picks you, you pick me, and that way Gabby can indirectly assure that like I'm safe.
I mean, this is it. Whatever Zach decides, it'll either make it or break it, and there's not much we can do about this. So Zach's just got to make the decision that's best for his own game, because we're in an alliance, but ultimately it's still every man for himself.
All's fair in love, war, in fight or flight. I need to weigh both my options here. On one hand, I could give it to one of the two remaining players in red, or I could start figuring out a way to get it in Jesse and Erica's hand. And I quickly realized that I have a third option here. That option is to keep it in red, but do it so that it also benefits Jesse and Erica. The way that I can make sure that I do that is making sure that Gabby is the last person in red to receive safety this week.
If Zach chooses Shrishti, then Shrishti will choose Gabby. If Gabby's the last person on the red team chain, she'll say my name. I'll obviously choose Jesse, and then Jesse can choose Greta, and all of us will be safe.
It seems to me that Gabby and Erica have been communicating really well throughout this competition, and it should be in Gabby's best interest if Erica stays this week. I choose to save Tristy.
I am really glad I wasn't picked last on red. I also realized that Zach cannot say my name. Most people can't. I'm not offended, but it is something I pick up on, and I'm hoping I get a chance to correct him at some point.
Zach picks Srishti, and this is exactly what we need for Gabby to be the last person from the former red team to get selected.
So I assume you're getting picked next because of red team stuff, yeah?
I hope so.
And so I tell her that if she picks Erica, then Erica will save me, and Gabby won't have my blood on her hands. She wasn't the one who saved me.
Are you down to pick Erica as your person?
I kind of want to, because literally I've been the last one picked of red team, which I'm very miffed about right now. Now I know that I'm going to be the last one picked on the red team. And I start to think to myself, am I the bottom of the totem pole here? I would definitely consider that, yes.
Okay, because that would be awesome, because like
yeah.
Erica's the only person who's picking.
Yeah, go tell her. I'm going to go jump in with red so I don't.
Okay, perfect.
Once all of the red team safety has been secure, I realize I'm starting to hold quite a bit of power.
This plan of keeping Laura in only really works if I trust that Laura is going to be on my side. We were debating, like, should I vote for Laura next? But then I still think that, like, everyone was a little bit unsure, like, whether you would actually then choose someone on the red team or whether you had, like, an alliance with...
No, I
don't think you do, but I think, like, I still, like, wanted them to feel safe.
They all had, like, a strategy planned out already, so I'm trying to figure out what that plan is and to see if I'm safe or not. I just want to let you know I have no alliance with any of the blue team members. Erica and Jesse both have not spoken to me since the first round whatsoever.
I honestly feel kind of bad for the girl. You know, as much as she hasn't necessarily shined in this competition so far, she's definitely someone who would be great to keep on as a number, and just being on her good side, I'm hoping will help me in the future. Our goal is you would be the last person we pick in the chain, which I know it sounds so stressful, but just know that, like, this is so confirmed. No one wants you out of the game, so it just would be at that point you just picking Erica as, like, the last part of the chain.
Gotcha. Okay. I don't know. I think that somebody should save me sooner, you know, just to avoid the risk, but she told me that it's all handled and it'll all be okay.
Seriously, Laura, I would not lie to you. Like, if we were gonna get you out, I would not have called you. Like, I just would have ignored it.
Yeah, I know.
So no, seriously, that's the plan. You are being fought for 100%.
Okay, thank you, I appreciate that. So I'm gonna be saved at spot 10, so then I have to pick between Erica and Jesse. And they're telling me to pick Erica because CJ now has a grudge against Jesse, so they want him out.
Like, clearly at this point, my pick is Gabby going into this, and then we can just start hitting green after that. It's a very transparent move. There's no way that people aren't going to realize what we're doing as soon as it happens, but we have to hope that we've built up enough goodwill that people aren't going to think that we betrayed them when it comes time to transition from red to green.
You have your pick of the green litter.
Yeah.
Pick of the green litter.
Would it be, okay, but quickly, would it be the worst thing, actually, if a green went home?
Huh?
Matt is kind of the one who's talking to everyone on green. And that's like, all those numbers are very solidly Matt's. So just putting that out there. We're 5-4 right now with 3 blue team members in the middle. I float the idea, why don't we decrease a number on the green side by 1 more so that we have a majority over both of those teams at the same time?
Sure, but who on green would we want?
Whoever none of us are talking to, and Matt is only talking to, you know? Isn't that kind of like another strategy?
We all just had a conversation earlier about how funny it would be and how risky it would be if somebody were to betray the chain right now. So the fact that she's saying that makes me really wonder where she's coming from.
So my only thing with that is that I would have loved this suggestion like 3 picks ago so that we could have strategized a strategy against them, because now my fear is that if you were to pick Laura now, and that's literally the conversation we just had of how we don't want to do that, like that's gonna put a target on us pretty hard. Like that's clear that we're not only saving ourselves, we're also like backstabbing them on the plan.
Everybody convinces her out of it. It's too early to start making enemies of green, especially when we really need their numbers right now. So we just decide to keep going with the plan.
That's a good point. I'm totally down to do whatever. I was just like making sure that we're not just taking like the strategy that's been told to us, you know? I don't necessarily have a target on the green team in mind myself, so I am kind of regretting opening my mouth at all. But I kind of wanted to give some sort of hint that I could be wavering on this plan, because it is in my mind that I might want to pick Erica here.
The group is what it is, and I have respected all of you and enjoyed my time with all of you. That being said, I'm going to go with somebody I saw right at the beginning of the first day, so let's go with Gabby. It's something that we're all expecting, and right now things are very tense, and I think shaking the chain would be a mistake on my end.
Gabby, you have been given safety. You are next up on the safety chain.
I want Laura to go home at this point just because I don't like the position that she's in as a swing vote potentially between red and green team. And I don't see why they're not thinking about that also. She's clearly a swing vote right now that we could be eliminating.
At this point, it seems like everybody is fully in on the plan. It makes sense that red team wanted to make sure their people are safe, but it doesn't seem like anybody is too concerned about the plan going awry.
I just wanted to come say hi, because like the strategy's basically set.
Yeah, the strategy at this point, as long as nobody decides to go off on their own little path, good.
They would have to be really sure that they have the numbers in whatever switch, because at this point
it's too much to lose.
Now you'd be making some enemies.
Like a lot.
This is where the numbers are, and if you were to betray this group, you would have a lot of enemies against you going into next round. So I don't think anyone would be that stupid.
Like theoretically, if you went off on your own, you would make 2/3 of the game your enemy, which is
Hello.
Hello.
What did I just walk into?
Just some hypotheticals.
Just hypotheticals, pure hypotheticals.
Literally hypotheticals on if someone went rogue in the chain, and then like essentially, you make the whole game your enemy, basically.
It's not gonna happen. So that's why it was literally hypothetical.
That's what it's fun to think about.
That's where I start to get really nervous about going rogue with the plan.
I think things are working out. Essentially, I think Gabby is picking Erica, Erica's picking me, I'm picking you. Does that sound good?
Who did you hear that from?
Briefly chatted with Erica, who feels good about her vibes with Gabby.
Did she talk to Gabby?
Apparently. Why, is Gabby picking you?
Intriguing. No, this is just, I kind of just mentioned to Jesse that he's probably going home. These past 2 rounds have really tested, like, I'm a blabbermouth.
I hate this so much.
There was a movement that was trying to get you, Jesse, out. But if Gabby's on a different side, that's telling. I don't know. It sounds like you pissed some people off yesterday.
Yeah.
So might not be the best move.
Things were a little heated in the later group.
Sounds like it. It was all past everyone's bedtimes.
Oh. Okay. Shit.
I guess I'll call Gabby and see what's going on. I don't know. There are potentially some fissures that are not very obvious in the red group, and that maybe people might have other friendships or connections beyond that group. I would love if that happens, because I think that's a really fun twist based of what I thought was going to happen. I was really sad, but I wanted to say this is probably going to happen. There's nothing I'm going to do about it, just because like I'm probably going to choose like someone random at whatever point, but I hope that...
Can I ask, if Gabby picks you, is there a world where you would pick me or Erica?
I don't know.
The last we chatted, Greta, Erica, and I were great. We were a solid trio, like, we were working together. But then, on this call, this is the most lukewarm response I could possibly imagine. Oh, that was bad.
That was disastrous.
She doesn't want to pick us, because apparently my name is the one coming out of everyone's mouths, and I'm the target this round? I don't like that this supposed beef is now people thinking that my name is actually on the block, or maybe it actually is. I feel like this fake beef with CJ and Gabby has spiraled out of control, and now I am screwed. I'm just gonna message Gabby SOS.
As I'm making my decision, I'm being persuaded by both Erica and Jesse to pick Erica, so that Erica can then pick Jesse.
I reassure her that if she picks Erica and Erica picks me, I'll save Greta. We can all be happy.
I can either go rogue now and pick Erica, who will pick Jesse, or I can pick Greta.
Hi, group. Addressing group. I am picking someone who I think has proven themselves to be a fighter throughout this game and who I would like to see continue to do so. And with that, I'm going to pick Greta.
Greta is a member of the green team, so it goes along with the plan to alternate red and green, but I think Greta would be the one person who is sympathetic to both Jesse and Erica's cause. And in my mind, she kind of seems like a win-win decision because the problem no longer is in my hands.
Greta, you are next up on the safety chain. You have 5 minutes to decide who you want to name safe.
Are Gabby and CJ trying to screw me over? Is this fake beef actually real and they're just trying to get me to feel safe? Stuff's not adding up, and they could really be playing me right now. I don't like this at all.
Really, my plan is working up. Like, we are almost there to the end. We just need Emily and Finn, and we're done.
A lot of things are running through my head. I don't really know what to do. I call up Gabby. Okay, I have a question for you.
Yeah.
Are you talking to Erica?
I want to pick Erica.
Okay.
It confirms my suspicion that she is the one that is most sympathetic to saving Jesse.
I knew that this would be an easier conversation for the two of us, and I wish that we'd talked as well earlier and not in the big. I would be down with that.
I feel less safe than you picking Erica.
You think?
That's the only. Yeah.
It's been really nuts.
Like red.
We could have talked before this, because I almost did it too.
She does express concern to me that I probably could have pulled off the move of picking Erica a little bit more seamlessly than Greta can, because with this move, Greta would directly be betraying her fellow green team members.
As long as we can guarantee them to pick, then again, somebody on green. So either like Finn or Emily after they get safe. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess that's the only, and I was like, I told them I'd think about it. The only, like, for me, that then puts me, like, I don't know how long I'd last, if that makes sense, strategically.
Yeah, it's up to you, but I would be down with that.
Okay. That kind of just lights a little bit of a fire thing. Like, I think I kind of black out at that point and just think about, doing that would kind of, again, change the landscape of the game. I don't like this at all. Hey.
Hi. We are desperate for her to pick us, because if that doesn't happen, it's gonna be one of us gone.
Is there a world where you pick me or Erica?
I'm like really struggling. Because I think it's best for myself to not. I'm gonna be honest.
Okay.
Just because there's a larger group, it would put other relationships at risk for me.
Greta is convinced that it's not in her best interest to save me and Erica, that'll burn bridges for her. So I make her an offer I think she can't refuse.
I have to act. I think I'm acting in my best interest right now, basically.
Okay.
If that makes
Can I
sense.
change what might be in your best interest?
Sure.
If you say me specifically and just say that I made you a really good offer, I will give you the steal a vote.
You have the steal vote.
Yes.
Oh my gosh. The drama, the secrecy, so exciting. I'm so excited someone has the steal a vote. Well, you're gonna have it though.
It doesn't work on this round.
Yeah, I cannot use it this round.
Because we're not.
No, but you can't give it to me because you're in the game.
No, it is transferable.
Oh, it is?
Yeah, I double checked. I've been working my ass off to get this steal a vote, and I finally got it. And then the one round I can't use it, I'm having to give it away to save myself. But hey, knowing where the steal a vote is more valuable than being out of this competition without one.
The fact that it's offered to me is enticing. It's not going to convince me, but it is something that would be nice to have in my back pocket to use in the future, especially if I'm deciding to make a pretty contentious decision.
Time is up. If you pick me, it is yours.
Oh my fucking god.
What
if I choose Erica and not you?
Right as we get called to the main room, Erica and I drop as Greta says, "What if I say Erica's name?" She doesn't get an answer, and I'm thinking, well, guess it's up to you to decide. A deal's a deal.
So on the one hand, I can cast my vote and maintain a status quo. Vote for Finn or Emily. Everything's Gucci. Jessie goes, Erica stays, can still form that relationship with her. I could also choose to vote for Erica, knowing she'll select Jessie, imbue absolute chaos in the game, and make enemies out of maybe 2/3 of this group. Both are enticing options for different reasons, and going into the round, I am so nervous, palms are sweaty, I don't know what I'm gonna do.
Welcome back, everyone. Greta, you are next up on the safety chain. Please address the group and let us know who you will be saving and why.
I kind of blank out. I don't know what I'm gonna do, so much so that I don't have words to back up whatever the decision is that I'm gonna make.
I am staring this girl down through my camera. I am begging her with all my telepathic energy, Greta, please pick me.
I'm in an interesting position because there's kind of a lot of dynamics at play in this game right now. And I think ultimately
at first I think the girl is buffering because she's freezing and no sound is coming out of her screen. I'm confused because we have a plan. You know exactly who to choose. Why is giving this speech so hard?
I'm a little sorry. I'm having trouble kind of deciding.
Greta is stammering, stumbling, stuttering all over herself.
The longer the pause is, the more that I'm starting to see the writing on the wall that things are about to go very bad.
I'm immediately just cringing for her because I know that this stumbling is probably making her decision worse.
I've been hearing a lot of things from, sorry, I'm really struggling right now. I'm having a tough time making this decision, but I am going to go with Erica.
What the fuck?
I was fuming for the stupidity that Greta was at that moment.
There is no way that she has not immediately made herself a huge target by doing this.
Now Erica's easily picking Jessie, so the target is staying. The target's safe. Woohoo!
What was the point of us deliberating and doing like 6 or 7 rounds of trying to get specific people into safety if you're just gonna blow everything up?
Everyone's muted, but I can tell there are some folks that are stunned and pissed. So I'm not looking forward to my subsequent conversations.
Erica, you are next up on the safety chain. You will have 5 minutes to name someone safe.
Fucking thank you, Greta. Thank you. I know that this is like such a risky decision for Greta's gameplay, but it means so much to me, and now Greta has my like undying loyalty until the end of this game.
Without any direct action of my own, what I wanted to happen this round kind of happened. And while I'm pretty nervous about playing the middle at this point, it feels satisfying to feel like I knew where the votes were going to go before it happened.
Good luck, everyone.
Sorry, I went somewhere.
I have no idea how Jesse just pulled that off for me, because that was entirely
Oh my god, oh
Jesse, what did you
my god.
make this happen?
I told Greta if she picks me, she gets the steal a vote. That was my only play.
Jesse just told her that he'll definitely give the steal a vote if she picks him, but that same promise was not made about my name.
Yeah.
Greta broke the rules of the agreement a little bit, but not fully. I'm not sure how to adjudicate this. I don't want to totally screw her over.
Yeah, I mean, that's entirely your call, my dude, because it's yours and only yours, so only you can make that call, but at least you know you're safe now, so...
It is interesting to notice how unsure Greta was about that she wanted to work with us. I don't trust Greta for fucking shit.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
Okay.
I'm afraid that she
I
would
also
try to burn me too hard if I don't give it to her.
We jump into the call with red team and green team, and we are all furious, shocked, confused. Nobody can understand what just happened or what's going on.
I swear, I wrote it down right here. I wouldn't be shocked if Greta went rogue. I wrote it down right here in my notebook. I wouldn't be shocked if Greta went rogue. I think she's too smart to make that many enemies, but who is to say?
I don't know what the fuck she was thinking to betray 8 people to save 2 people. That doesn't make any sense to me. I hope she come in here too, because I got word.
People don't like to get lied to, and being the first person to lie or upset a strategy in the game is a gigantic risk. I think she might not come back.
Behind the shoulder. That was
Yeah,
intimidating.
she's probably not gonna come back. I mean, unless she has a really good explanation. I'm thinking Greta will not show her face in this chat, right? Of course not. You'd be an idiot to show your face in a chat after you just betrayed everyone. That's
Oh, here we go.
Oh, ma'am.
Explain myself. I don't know. I think I want Erica in the game. I think we kind of have to spice it up. And I feel like my decision was just because I enjoy talking with Erica. I think what I want to do is get Laura out, to be honest, and keep Finn, you, and Emily in. But I understand if this impacts relationships, because I think that was the risky move.
That's not a good reason.
Erica was never anyone's target for elimination. She was going to be one of the final 2, but no one planned for Erica to go home. So I'm going to ask a follow-up question about relationships. Of how much have you talked to Jesse? Because in what you just said, you didn't mention his name, and he was the target. Erica wasn't. So I'm just interested in hearing how he's kind of slipped out of your mind and Laura is now in there. Why is Laura on your mind but Jesse isn't? Unless, of course, you're working with not only Erica, but also Jesse.
It was a self-interested move, honestly.
Greta, turns out you're as shady as your sister, but clearly not as smart. Since you're close with Erica, who do you think she's going to choose to save next?
Yeah, that's what I was going to ask. Yeah, I mean, that's where it probably is going to be Jesse.
CJ put her hair behind her shoulder and I knew something was about to happen.
So just to clarify, you made a move that completely undermined the exact move that we just spent like 6 turns making. Just to clarify.
Is that big move a risky move? Yes. Is it a smart move? Absolutely no. Yes, it's shaking up the game. Yes, hopefully all will be good, and maybe Laura, even though like there have been people also in this group who's like, Laura, I want to save. So I think it's just like, I don't know. I hope I'm really starting to write her requiem because it's the death of Greta in the coming weeks.
Like, ultimately, if I think I'm potentially shooting myself in the foot and I recognize that, I think I'll be interested to see what happens. But, sorry, what were you going to say, Matt?
I think you might be. You fucked over the entire jury in the next few weeks. So even if you make it to the top 2, you're not winning this game. Like, no one's gonna vote for you to win besides the stupid blue team and Gabby. Now we're in jury, so you have to think about what moves are gonna be good for jury, and yes, this is one of those big risk moves.
Yeah.
Like,
we're all gonna have to start playing our own
jury.
game, you know?
I can tell Gabby's trying to back me up a little bit, but it's not really the loudest voice in that room. It's mostly frustration and complaints.
First of all, thank you, Greta. Tonight, I will be giving safety to a person who I connected with right off the bat on day 1 and who I very much enjoy playing this game with. And so I'm going to choose to give safety to Jesse. It's my closest ally versus people who I really haven't spoken to at all. So 2 + 2 = 4.
I knew my girl Erica had my back. I'm so happy that we managed to pull this off. We were either winning or losing as a duo, and apparently we've won.
Jesse, you have been given safety. You are next up on the safety chain. You have 5 minutes to decide who you would like to make safe.
We just watch our plan get like thrown in the garbage. He seems like a fucking zombie. Like, you can't kill him off. He keeps coming.
At this point, all that safety that I was feeling being in that majority alliance, all that safety is just draining out of my body. What a shock, right?
A fucking shock, yeah, I'm sure.
Didn't see that coming. Jesse is safe, which I know he had been our target. Honestly, I have nothing against Jesse. I'm fine for him to stay in the game. I just hadn't gotten the chance to talk with him. I want to try to get Jesse on the phone with Finn and I, so I'm gonna jump up here for a sec and try to do that. This decision lies with Jesse. There's only 3 people he could choose. Obviously, I need him to choose me or Finn, so I know that Finn and I need to talk to him ASAP.
I don't think that Jesse talks to either Emily or Finley, and being that we were on the same team back in the first round, I think he might pick me. There's like this little bit of chance that I'm holding on to, but I didn't reach out to him. I didn't want to bombard him and be like, please, please, please. Like, you know, it's not worth it at that point. It'll happen if it's gonna happen.
I haven't worked much with Finn, Emily, or Laura, and they're the 3 people I have to choose from. This choice could go anyway.
Hi, group. This is a very hard decision.
I don't put a ton of thought into this. I've been working so hard on the front half of the safety chain that my brain can't handle making a hard decision.
I think the 3 players remaining are all incredible, and it's so hard to choose one, but the person I'm picking is Finn.
I pick Finn because I like Finn's cats, and that's about the extent of my logic. Oh well.
I'm a little bit confused, but I guess Jesse and I had more of a connection than I thought we did.
Finn, you are next up on the safety chain. You will have 5 minutes to decide who you want to be safe between Emily and Laura. Whoever you don't pick will be going home tonight.
It's all down to me. I decide who goes home now. Oh boy. Are we gunning for Laura? Do we keep our green team going?
I don't see why we would take out Emily.
Yeah, I have no reason to.
That would be like an unnecessary heartbreak. Finn wants to hear what I feel, how I feel, what I think, and to just get like kind of my confirmation on their choice.
I think so too.
And like it would just look bad for us.
Yeah, exactly. I'm not trying to like betray the green team like Miss Greta.
It shows that my alliance members still trust me, and even though I have a mouth and I can be very talkative, like they trust me with confirming this final vote.
Green team remains, and next week we gun for Greta.
Yeah, we kill our own.
What Greta? We're going to stick to loyalty and save Emily, and it's the incredible decision that I get to make is starting to dawn on me.
Finn, the choice is now in your hands. Please address the group and let us know what your decision will be.
I get to save Emily, look like a hero for the Green-Red Alliance, and loyal through and through to the green team, and I get to send my #1 enemy home. This is perfect.
Well, I would first like to start by addressing the person who I will not be choosing for safety and say, I'm so sorry that it has to be this way. I don't think this was part of anybody's plan. Save one person, maybe. And I'm very sorry that you have to fall victim to shaking up the game.
I need to make sure everybody knows there is no malice in my decision, and this is entirely Greta's fault.
Finn gives an extremely pointed comment at me, which again is not surprising, but everyone knows who he's talking about.
Suddenly I realized Greta was not stretching the truth when she said that she is in danger, girl. Finn is heated and pissed to be in this position, and honestly, that means Finn's pissed that I'm still in the game. Interesting.
But to the person I will be saving, I have had a lot of fun playing with you. I feel like we've had a good alliance from the very beginning, and I'm excited to see where it goes. So I will be picking Emily for safety.
I'm sending Laura home for a myriad of reasons. Number 1, her stank face. Number 2, I hate looking at her stank face. I am sorry to this poor Laura woman that I have never met and will never meet, and just have literally know nothing about her.
I am safe, and I've made it to jury. My first goal in this game was to make it to jury. I guess my new goal is to win the damn thing.
Emily, you have just secured the last spot on the safety chain. Laura, unfortunately that means you will not be making it to jury and you have been eliminated from the game.
It's brutal. It sucks. We really wanted to keep Laura. A lot of us had agreed on that right from the start, and it is really unfortunate that the game that we planned to keep Laura is the one where she goes home.
You now have the chance to address the group and say anything you want to say before you go.
I'm like pissed at this point because Sheridan could have saved me when it was between me and Zach, and then at that point I would have done whatever they wanted me to do, and all of this could have been avoided. Yeah, I was kind of expecting it, honestly, when things got shaken up a little bit, but no hard feelings whatsoever. You know, I guess they couldn't trust me enough. They probably thought that I had an alliance with either Erica or Jesse or Greta, but I don't. I did not talk to any of them, and I guess by the time that came out, it was too late for me. I'm really curious as to where things are gonna go, but I loved playing with all of you guys, even though I didn't get to talk to every single one of you, but it's been a blast. Thank you for having me. I know that there are things that I could have done differently. Obviously, I could have talked to a bunch of more people, but I do have a prediction that Greta is going to be completely screwed over by this one decision, and it's going to cost her the whole game, because now nobody can trust her. And I was saying this from day one, we should just get Greta off, but nobody listened to me, and, you know, this is their own fault now, so.
Great. Thank you, Laura. You put up a great fight, but it's time for you to fight.
No hard feelings with anybody. I'm really happy that I played this game. It's definitely like a different thing that I'm used to, so I'm happy I did it. Sad that I didn't make it that far, but it's okay.
Laura, this was not the plan. You were not supposed to be going home.
I really tried to keep you in this game. I think it would have been a lot more fun with you in it, but I'm glad that I got to know you, and best of luck with everything.
You're really lovely. I can't wait to get to know you outside of this game, and thank you so much for playing with us.
I really, really wish we could have played together more, but clearly other people had other plans and they got in the way of that, so I'll see you on the other side, girl.
It's solely, squarely my fault that you're going home. I'm sorry, but hopefully no hard feelings.
Laura, I know we had very little connections, and I know I said that it was not my plan to send you home, but it was always my plan to send you home, and I'm glad you're gone.
Congratulations, Final 11. You have made the jury.
I'm pretty shocked that I made it into the jury going into this game. I definitely didn't think I would be as invested in it as I am. But now that I'm in the jury, I feel like I have to take this as far as I can.
From this point on, if you are eliminated from this game, you're not out. You will have a chance to name a winner at the end of all of this.
Getting that final say in who gets to win is such an important part of the game, and making sure that social games are flying. So people definitely better watch out from here on out, because making moves like the one Greta made today is not going to do you well in the end.
So congratulations on this amazing milestone and for surviving yet another night.
I hope that this is a point when the game really changes. Now that we're in jury, people are going to start thinking about what their reputations are, and hopefully these damn teams start falling apart.
So you were saying that, like, people are mad at you, Greta. I did not realize how true that was until Finn's very thinly veiled comments, which I felt... Did you feel those were directed at you?
Oh, they absolutely were, yeah.
I can see that Greta is in danger, and it's not worth screwing Greta over because she chose Erica instead of me when we were clearly a duo.
I'm giving you the steal a vote. Like,
Whoa.
that is fully the plan, and frankly, after the comments, I feel you have targets on your back. So, like, hopefully this is a trio. Like, I would love to play with you both.
Moving forward, this is going to be my crew in the game because I've ostracized myself from a lot of the red and green team. So I think moving forward, the three of us will have to coordinate and plan, see if we can pick off other players, but try to stay together as a unit moving through this game. Congratulations, you've been given the power to steal a vote from a fellow contestant at any elimination up through Final 5. I have been bad-mouthing boarding bucks this whole time. I've only had 2 in my possession, and look what happened. My loyalty cash has gotten me the steal a vote without having to purchase anything. I think if anyone was in a position to need this, it would be me at this point. I might be able now with a steal a vote to get a group together to get some key players out that might be gunning for me. So I'm glad I have this now.
Everyone, obviously, Finn and I sort of got the brunt of that, but how did everyone else feel about that decision that Greta made?
I was frankly very stressed for you and Finn.
Like seriously, so stressed.
I was stressed, but I don't know. I feel like that they weren't going to save Laura specifically just because I know that they've kind of put her name out before. So I was like, I think they'll probably not want to keep Laura in.
At the end of the day, what we wanted happened in terms of everyone on red and everyone on green is safe, and that someone from the blue team went home. So it's really confusing me how angry people are at this.
Yeah.
Gabby doesn't seem to be at all shocked or enraged by Greta's decision. If anything, she's kind of sympathetic and defensive of her. And I'm really confused by that because I thought we were all in alignment on what we were going to do. But the only people who seem to have gone off that plan are Greta and Gabby.
I just wanted to say that I'm sorry for how much heat that you ended up taking in that group.
It's okay. I mean, I get it. I think it's just going to impact, it's not your fault I made the decision. And, I knew I was making the decision. It's going to impact the rest of my game, which is fine.
Yeah. In my book, we're still good, and this move hasn't made me not want to work with her.
It sounds like she, again, might have my back moving forward, and I'm just hoping that that can stay true, even if potentially red team players end up on the chopping block, which I think has to be my plan now.
She has fully backstabbed us in a way that does not benefit her.
Let me also say one thing. I noticed that Gabby is conspicuously absent from our conversation, and she's gone for a long time. There was a group chat made with me, Greta, Erica, and Gabby early on. It's not super active, but I'm kind of wondering what's up with that. Hey, what's up? As soon as I start to say it,
Gabby pops back into the chat, so I have to backtrack very quickly.
Hello. Sorry, my internet has been ass tonight. Like, every time I jump in between shit, I'm like, hello. Good thing we secured safety for ourselves tonight, right, folks?
Yeah.
It's a crazy game.
That was like a great call.
I think that
on
I'm
our
gonna
behalf. I'm
retract
really
on my
glad.
friendship with him after this.
Did you know she was gonna do that?
I didn't know for certain that she was going to do that, but I knew that she was thinking about it because she and Erica have talked.
Greta's own sister, my bullshit detector is crazy. Like, the three of them are in a very strong alliance together.
I don't know. You think?
Yes.
I do think.
Okay.
I definitely do
100%.
think. The wheels are starting to turn in my head, and I'm starting to put 2 and 2 together, and it's equaling 4. And 4 exactly meaning Erica, Jessie, Greta, and Gabby.
Have an allegiance.
Well, I'm sure they probably have like a 4th person in there somewhere to kind of like spread themselves out a little bit. But I think that the 3 of them, at the very least, are working together. I don't know who to trust. I don't know what to do. But I know one thing for sure, and it's that Gabby has got to go.
I decided to give 1 boarding book to Sheridan and 1 boarding book to Matt. I think that both of them really tried to help me, and I'm just trying to help them a little bit.
I'm not surprised that I get the boarding book. It also makes me a little bit frustrated that I didn't vote her safe earlier, because I definitely trust Laura a lot more than I trust Zach. So I'm kind of kicking myself at that point.
I think it just shows that kindness pays off. I am rich with 2 whole bucks, baby.